Hello everyone, welcome back to iSignal. Today we are going to discuss about the physical layer aspects in the UV. Okay, so now let's try to understand the fundamentals related to the physical layer. What will actually happen? As you know, the scenario again, I'm just giving a quick recap. The scenario is like it is actually UV is actually making an L3 call and going back to the idle mode, and with the trigger of the NAS paging, and it will start again connecting again. So in this particular scenario, the user plane is actually happening, and finally with the ping we are going to again connect to the network. This is the actual scenario. Now with respect to that, in the physical layer aspects in today's video, so we'll try to see what is currently actually happening. Okay, so now you know already in the sequence basically, like PSS and SSS and MIP decoding and other aspects. So how it is actually happening from the physical layer perspective, we will try to see. So for that, what I'm trying to do in this log, whatever you are observing, okay, so I'm just trying to take the physical layer, just 5. Okay, so I'm collecting the only physical layer specific understanding, okay, with respect to logs, and taking in a separate file. Now you can see, sorry, I think some mistake. Okay, yeah, so now you can see so ARFC and cell search synchronization, right? Cell search with respect to this particular frequency tuning, because this is physical layer. So wherever you see I means info. Okay, so info means I think we have seen in the previous UV log video, we have info, logging, debug, warning, error, right? So these are all different levels of logging. So here in this particular case, this is info logging. Okay, so now let's try to see the sequence how it is actually getting connected. So if you remember, first UV will tune to the a particular ARFCN, and it will try to find the different cells, right, by scanning PSS and SSS. So once the PSS and SSS is actually detected, and it will try to calculate the cell, right here in this case. Now you can see the physical cell ID, which is 1, and the mode of operation, which is FDD cell, right? Cyclic prefix is normal, and uplink and downlink frequencies you can see, and the ARFCN also you can see, right? So accordingly you can calculate the band, which band actually we are trying to do. This is a category 4. Okay, so UV category 4, and you can see PSS and SSS is actually detected. So MIB is decoded, correct? Cell found, which is 50 PRB, which means 10 megahertz signal. So now the scenario is within a particular cell, one UV is there of this particular UV, and it is trying to decode the MIB, right, and trying to understand and trying to get connected. So select, right now initially it is in the idle mode, right? So synchronization is actually happening, right? You can see the physical layer things as well, SIN or TTI, right? SFN offset synchronization, downlink synchronization, it is actually happening. It is trying to synchronize to the cell, right? And another one, now what is the thing, it has to initiate the random access. So for that, what are the configurations? That it means the by the time it reached here, it is already received the SIP1 information, right? Sorry, SIP2 as well, SIP1 and SIP2 as well. So finish setting the new configuration, right? Default file configuration, common and dedicated. You can see here, this is for only one carrier component index. This is a timing advance initially, right? PRH, transmitted preamble, which means like from the UV side we are actually sending the preamble with all this information: target power, number of subframes, right? Set random access, applying. This is just for receiving the random access. Okay, so setting the configuration, SR counter. SR means scheduling request, means for the UV to send the request for the uplink resources to get. Okay, so now you can see other configuration. These are actually happening. So against the RRC and the MAC, whatever UV has to do, it is trying to do that part actually parallelly at the physical layer side. So again, we'll try to see these are all different uplink requests actually. So more or less, actually, we are trying to get the information wherever you see, right? All these things, these are like user plane things are actually happening right from the Mac side. So we'll try to discuss more in the Mac video, but here from the physical layer perspective, whatever the things are there, let us try to see if there are any other things. Right, there are other things actually we are missed actually. So I'll just collect from the UV2 log. So as you can see, there are some PHY aspects, PHY0 and PHY1. Right, there are two PHY instances basically. So PHY0 I'm just taking to understand more in detail. So I'm taking in another file. Now you can see there is separately PHY0. Alright, okay, let me just try to filter again related to PHY0. This is not coming properly. Okay, so now you can see PHY0 open in all documents. Okay, so at least you can see the PHY0 here. Now whenever there is a decoding is basically happening, you can see PDCCH. So for the PDCCH, basically the format is DCI1A. F means format, CC means control channel element, CC means component carrier, L means aggregation level, resource indicator value, ARC process ID, modulation encoding scheme, U data indicator, transmission power control, right, SNR. So all these details are there here. Whenever at the UV side you are decoding, it is actually decoding PDCCH. If you decode PDSH, this is the information. If you decode PDCCH, this is the information. So with respect to which RNTI. So initially there is no allocation of the RNTI. That's why you can see RNTI is something different other than normal RNTI. But I think this is for the system information for decoding purposes, SIB1 and SIB2. So from the physical layer we can expect this one, but you won't be coming to know related to which is SIB bundle, right? Because this is a physical layer log. So those things that we can see in the RRC log, so that you can understand better as a part of the whole sequence. Now you can see from the physical layer perspective, now the RNTA is actually allocated, which means at this stage the random access is already completed. Okay, so which TTI and other aspects you can see, it is actually seems to be completely repeating. So PDSCH, PUCCH, right, PUCCH means actually for the UV, right? If it is PUCCH, then it will be followed by PUSH as well. We need to observe carefully PUSH also, it is here PUSH, which means RSA connection request, it is actually sending in the uplink, right? So that is the main thing. But the allocations you can see RB and number of resource elements, transfer block size, right, mode of operation. This is actually transmission mode. Mode means transmission mode, and it seems to be actually logically repeating most of the things, but depending on the situation, the values have been changed actually. So you can see number of PRB, always it is allocated as 3, number of PRB is allocated as 3, 3, 3, 3, right? Number of resource elements is always 450, most of the time 450, 450, 450, right? So it means from the physical layer perspective, when we are getting the allocations either with respect to uplink DCI or downlink DCI, we need to understand the decoding results, basically whether it is successful or not. at any given point of time. You can see in the form of the milliseconds. So in the milliseconds, you can correlate into the logs. So because what is actually happening, we won't be coming to know, because I mean, as a part of sequence. So I agree that different layers have different complexities to understand with respect to individual logs. So, but if you wanted to correlate and try to understand, maybe you can try to have a look at, for example, here in this particular case, 900 792 milliseconds. So what is actually happening, whether it related to which message, either it is user plane, control plane, RRC, or MAC, or RLC. So what is currently happening, right? That kind of interaction. Then we can try to have a look in the whole log, whole set of log, in order to understand. So this will be definitely present here. Now you can see 972, which means from here you can see. So yeah, so there are many things over there. We'll try to see in the next video.